One loser among the coup makers will be the Archbishop of Manila, Jaime Cardinal Sin, and his church. As if the power grab was not enough, the conspirators filed charges against ERAP based on false testimonies, perhaps just to make sure ERAP could no longer make a comeback. At first, through the efforts of their Justice Secretary Nani Perez, they tried to persuade ERAP to leave the country. ERAP vehemently refused. Next, they used blackmail to intensify the harassment, threatening to file false charges against him if he refused to leave. ERAP stood his ground and opposed the pressure, deciding to stay in the country to face the false charges. Succeeding events proved the accusations against ERAP false. On February 14, 2001, at the initiative of Senator Aquilino Pimentel Jr., the controversial sealed second envelope that triggered the power grab was finally opened before the local and foreign media. It was finally revealed that the second envelope contained documents that proved Jaime de Chavez and not ERAP was the real owner of the controversial Equitable PCI Bank account. But this was not given full coverage by the media. The father of the masses continued to be harassed. The arrest of ERAP was an overkill, orchestrated to embarrass him in the eyes of the public and the rest of the world. But the masses remained on his side, vehemently opposing and condemning the arrest. And when the genuine president of the republic was already in jail, express their opposition to the bogus leadership of Gloria Arroyo. This would come down in history as EDSA 3. The demonstrators were met with violence. Gloria and her cohorts insulted and degraded the rallying masses, calling them unwashed, foul-smelling, and illiterate. Since then, violence and oppression have been the response of the dictatorial Arroyo regime to all legitimate protests, in sharp contrast to the liberal use of maximum tolerance under the ERAP administration. The prosecution has rested its case against ERAP at the Sandigan Bayan without presenting any strong evidence against ERAP except for the unreliable testimony of Chavit Singson. On the other hand, the defense presented respectable and highly credible witnesses like Senator Alfredo Lim, former Chief Justice Andres Narvasa, Representative Luis Asistio, NBI Regional Director Carlos Saunar, Mrs. Alice Reyes, and Equitable PCI Bank Executives Betty Bagsig, Romuald D. Kang, and Senator Aquilino Pimentel Jr. Little by little, history is beginning to correct the injustice done to the father of the masses.
The gravest thing that you have done 1M. Dito lang tigas ng 1M.
I ask the President, in all humility, to make this supreme sacrifice to spare our country.
One by one, some of those who joined the conspiracy are reuniting with ERAP. The mass members of the Catholic Church are aware of the injustice committed by their elite leadership against Estrada.
I hope you can forgive the Catholic Church for what happened to you. I hope and pray that in the end, you can come to terms with us bishops and priests.
Those who joined the Arroyo conspiracy, like the Makati Business Club, are now opposed to the bogus president. The support of the masses for ERAP has never waned. Even while in detention, ERAP's approval and trust rating remains high in all the surveys. Of the citizenry believes that Gloria Arroyo is a counterfeit president. His years in detention in Tanay Rizal have not stopped ERAP from helping the masses. He continues to serve the masses despite constraints on his movements. He was able to launch an anti-poverty movement which started with the distribution of seeds and livestock for backyard business for poor families in depressed areas in Tanay Rizal. History is on the side of truth, and truth is on the side of President Joseph Estrada. Conspiracy's power grab extinguished the hopes and dreams of the poor and the downtrodden. Finally prevail as we begin to witness its slow emergence. By that time, the masses will continue to rediscover the real power of their numbers and their pivotal role in history. ERAP continues to endure the pain of separation from his family, especially from his beloved mother, who hopes and prays to see her beloved son come home to be with her in the twilight of her years. It pains ERAP not only to be separated from his loved ones, but also from the masses that he loves and who continue to love him. The masses that until now weep and moan under the heavy weight of poverty. The masses who have been robbed of their dreams and stripped of their dignity by the conspiracy. ERAP and the masses, relentlessly scorned, unceasingly oppressed. But along with the suffering masses, ERAP looks forward